Consistency beats intensity. One of the mistakes I made when I was trying to work with CPAs initially was I spent like 6 months being super intense on trying to reach out to new CPAs, starting to build little relationships, getting things kind of going. And then I would just lose interest because it wasn't as fruitful as like buying leads were or doing dinner seminars or something like that. And then 3 or 4 months later, I get burnt out of the traditional red ocean marketing. And then I go back to the CPA partners and I'd be all intense about it again for a quarter or maybe 2 quarters. And I did that for 1.5 years with this yo-yo, and I realized I'm not making any progress. And so the best way to build the CPA partnerships is actually to not get all intense about it and do it in like short sprints, but instead recognize that the relationships and the partnerships like that, what they need is more of a marathon approach. It's the consistency of the day after day, of week after week, of month after month, of year after year, of showing up, building relationships, doing what you say you're gonna do, not be like 98% of the other advisors that the CPAs have dealt with in the past, right? That make big promises and then disappear a few months later. But just to consistently show up, block out time in your calendar, make it part of your activity, and commit that I'm gonna do this, no matter what the results are, for a year, for 2 years. That's the type of mindset that you have to have, honestly, if you want to build really fruitful, profitable, rewarding partnerships with CPAs. You can't judge it on the same way that you would judge doing dinner seminars or doing radio program or buying leads. Those are finite opportunities. Those are opportunities that produce results quicker, but they also don't have the lasting impact. So you kind of need to decide what percent of your time are you going to spend on those short-term eat now marketing techniques versus what percent of your time can you carve out on some of these things that are more like eat later marketing techniques. The consistency is required for the CPA relationships, but you do it intense. You do it to the best you can for a year or two, and your practice will never be the same.